Welcome back, guys. My name is Toby from TBN Reviews. If you're finding my channel for the first time, subscribe, because I make car reviews and of cars like these. And today I have with me a 2010 Ford GT500. Yes, this one currently has 74,000 miles on it. So yeah, it's been driven a lot. It's a lot of miles. But yeah, let's just dive right into it. But before we do that, let me make a big shout out to Eckert Hyundai pre-owned right here in Denton, Texas. It is 22 degrees out. It is cold. Excuse me in advance if I sound kind of sickly, because I'm stuffed up. Sitting in the 2010 Ford GT500, it just looks like a regular Mustang, but with a few key details here and there. You have leather seats on the seats, leather wrapped seats. The steering wheel is actually half leather wrapped and half Alcantara, and you can see the Alcantara on the steering wheel has been pretty worn out. Like, it's been used a lot. Like, it's like more like hardened now. We have Alcantara on the shift box, so on the shift you have Alcantara on there. On the e-brake, it's also Alcantara on there as well. But yeah, everything else is just like typical Ford interior. Like, the dashboard is plastic. There's plastics everywhere. And for this trim back then, I think the MSRP was like around $54,000, maybe $48,000 to $54,000, depending on what trim you get. This one that I'm driving has the shaker audio, which is really good. Also has navigation, and the touchscreen, it's still pretty decent for its time. Even now, the response is very good. It's not as bad. It's like it's good for its year it's came out with. I mean, you have climate control buttons on here. You can adjust the climate on the screen, or down below on the buttons. And it's just pretty clean. It's just nice, really thought out interior. It kind of has like the retro feel to it. For example, the 6-speed manual transmission shifter has a cue ball, has a stripe. So the stripe on the cue ball, it's kind of like reminiscent of the stripe from the hood all around the car. Most people don't like the stripes on the Mustang, but personally, I kind of dig it, especially on the GT, trims, or maybe the GT350R. If you put stripes on them, I think it complements the look of the car. Like, it's racy, it's a Mustang, stripes, just works well on muscle cars in general. This is sitting on Michelin tires, which 19-inch wheels, so they're pretty thick tires. They're wide, but yeah, they hook nicely once you get going and get the tires warmed up and whatnot. And also, I like the seats. It's comfortable. It's headroom, and it's leather wrapped seats. It's just pretty comfortable in general. Also, you have your steel pedals here, which is quite good. It's meaty. It's very it just completes the look of the car. We're gonna go for a quick test drive and just see how this car drives in general for a Ford. I mean, 540 horsepower, 510, so whatever pound-feet of torque, and let's see how that drives, shall we? Nowadays we just take things for granted, and sometimes it's really good to appreciate things we had back in the day. Like, for example, this car. I mean, back then 540 horsepower was a lot, and it still is. I mean, compared to the standard times, but still, like, that was a lot. And Ford were just pushing the boundaries. They're barely touching the boundaries of this thing. I mean, that forged iron 5.4-liter V8 just sings beautifully. It sounds so good. This is all stock. This car hasn't been modified anyway. It's just bone stock. And the exhaust is stock. It sounds really good for a stock exhaust, if you ask me. What I do wish it has more of is the Supercharger Whine. I mean, American Supercharger Whines are just so like harmonious. It's almost like a meditation. Like, just play that to me all day. You can really hear that Supercharger Whine when you pass 4,000 RPM. It's subtle, but I know when it was gonna make that sound, so I was looking for it. But it's just nice nonetheless. 5.4 liters, man. The Iron Cast V8, making that power strong in 2018. God. That Supercharger Whine, though, it's so addicting. The ride's quite stiff, but when you go over bumps, but nonetheless, it's comfortable overall. It's great. I can see well above me, ahead of where I'm going, and also behind me, and over to my side. There might be a little blind spot here, but there's a cutout there in the window so you can see what's there. So back in 2010, this thing didn't have a lot of safety features. It only had, I mean, you have good brakes and whatnot, but there's no blind spot monitoring. You know, I mean, this is just back in 2010. This is like, oh, it's an 8-year-old car, but it still drives really good in 2018, which is, you kind of quite appreciate that. The steering response is good. Remember, this suspension setup is like, it's Ford live rear axle setup. So this is one of the ones that like critics give Ford a lot of crap for this suspension, because it was just, they didn't want to take corners, you know. It wasn't good in corners. But yeah, but back in the day, this car was just a really good car. I mean, it's a daily driver, just regular. It's like a Mustang. Excuse me. How can you not want to do that? You put your foot down. It's controllable power. Have the stability control on. Why the hell not? So just driving this thing is just really comfortable. I like the way this car feels. It feels kind of classic. The gauge cluster is clean and simple. On the tachometer with the rev counter, it shows SVT, so you know in a really special car. Also, when you open the door sills on the door pillar right here, it says SVT in both ends. If you want to distinguish this car from the regular Mustang in this body style, just look for the GT500, you know. And when the stripes, yeah, possibly, I know can do that, but look for the Cobra signs. There's at least 3-4 Cobra signs I've counted, plus one the car has 4. So it's Cobra stamped on the leather seats, but it's pretty good. I like how Ford just adopted Snake, you know, like, you know, Ferrari's like got the pony, Jaguar has the Jaguar, you know, like the cat, like all this animal, and Ford just like said like, we're gonna use a Cobra, you know. It's just pretty cool. If you're not looking for trouble, this car behaves, you know. I like when you get on it, you floor it, the tail light stands to like, you know, put you on the edge of traction, or it's like it slides out a little bit. It lets you have fun with the car, you know, when you just get on it. This is gonna be it, guys, for this review on the 2010 Ford Shelby GT500. I had fun making this video. Once again, I'd like to make a big shout out to Eckert Hyundai for providing me this vehicle to review. If you guys are in the area, look them up on the website. I'm gonna leave the link in my description. Let me know what you think down below in the comment section. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. And as always, peace out and stay fit.